Hi, this is Alice Cangemi, author of The Darkness Before Dawn, and I'm in my favorite spot of my yard where my hammock is. And I've already read the prologue and chapter 1, so look for that video before you watch this one. And I'm about to read Swinging High. I don't know why Graham makes me brush my hair and teeth every day before I go out to play. It isn't like we're going to church or to the store. Jared don't care what my hair looks like, and I'm just gonna get all dirty and sweaty, but she don't care. She said we all have to make sure we're fit for viewing before we go outside, whatever that means. I finish all my breakfast, get myself dressed, and am excited to go meet Jared. Today, I remembered to get Graham to put my hair in a ponytail so I won't get too hot. Sometimes Jared pulls my ponytail to be funny. I act like I don't like it when he does, but I do. We talked yesterday about going to the burnt house to play on the swings today. I love it there. It's so pretty in that yard, especially during the summer when so many of the trees have pretty flowers on them. Bye, Graham, I yell as I run out the door. I expect you back here before dark tonight, young lady. Don't you make me come looking for you. And when you get hungry, come get leftovers. I still have some hush puppies and fried fish left over from last night. I have enough for Jared too if he wants some. Okay, Graham, I'll see you later, I say, running out the door. And off I go on the path through the woods behind the garage to meet Jared. He's sitting up against the garage with one of his dad's pocket knives, making something out of wood when I walk up. What took you so long? I was thinking you might be gone today. Graham made me fuss over my hair and teeth right before I left to come out. I was hoping I wouldn't have to mess with that today since we're just gonna play and it's just gonna get messed up anyway. But she's really picky about that kind of stuff. Oh yeah, I have to do that stuff too if Mama sees me before I come out. Did you still want to go swing or would you rather fish? He asks. I want to swing for a while, then maybe we can pick some blackberries. If we get enough, Graham said she'd make us a pie again like last year. But she said we'd have to find enough for 2 pies and snacks for the cooks before she'll make us one. That sounds good. I love her blackberry pie. I think I saw some blackberries ripe out there. We'll have to check. I'll bring us a bucket just in case, he says, holding one hand up to me. I take it and pull on him to help him up. He turns and walks back into the garage. We head out and I start skipping beside him. Why do you always skip? I'm gonna start calling you Skippy because no matter where we go, you always start skipping around. It feels good and makes me happy. I don't know why people always walk. Skipping is way more fun and gets you there faster, but grown-ups never skip. This makes me feel a little sad, thinking that I've never seen Graham or Gramps skip before. Yeah, you're right, but I don't think most people are as happy as you always are, Skippy, he laughs, as he starts skipping beside me, swinging the bucket. Well, I hope we skip forever, Jared, because that means we will always be happy. We're out past the pond and can see the burnt house. There's an old truck out back with vines and weeds growing up all around it, a well house out behind it, and a metal shed way off to the other side. It has some old car batteries stacked in front of it on one side and some junk stacked beside it on the other. There are some small car parts and metal tire pieces scattered around it on the ground that can be hard to see because they get covered with weeds and high grass in the summertime. We have to be careful not to trip on this stuff when we're playing chase because if you get too close to the shed, sometimes you can't see the parts under the high grass. I tripped and fell hard one time when Jared was chasing me, and it made me cry. He helped me up and got me to the to the porch swing to sit down until I felt like playing again. I was embarrassed, but he just seemed worried about me. The burnt house is really kind of nice on the outside and is way back from the road. It is made out of light gray wood with a big porch going all the way across the front that has white banisters and a big wooden porch swing. Something bad happened when it was pretty new. There was a fire inside that ruined it, but the outside still looks pretty good. When you look through the windows, it's very scary on the inside with the black walls and broken stuff everywhere. We never go in. It's locked. I know because Jared jiggled all the doorknobs. There are big trees and really pretty flowers on them. There's a white one in front of the porch, a small light pink one in the backyard in front of the shed, and two really big bright pink ones closer to the road in the front yard. Graham has a few white ones, one bright pink one, and two light purple ones in our yard that I really like too, but they aren't nearly as big. There's a big tree out back with a tire swing on it, and another smaller tree pretty close to it with a wooden swing. It has drilled holes with bright yellow ropes on both sides. As we get closer to the swings, Jared reaches up and pulls my ponytail. Then he takes off running toward the swings. I run after him, but can't catch him. He stops between the two swings. "Why do you always do that, Jared? You pull my ponytail every chance you get," I ask him, because he does it all the time. It don't hurt because he never pulls it hard. He'll do it when we're fishing too. He just reaches over for no reason at all and pulls my ponytail down my back. "I don't know, Dawn. It's just fun, I guess," he says, smiling at me. "You're silly, Jared," I say, shaking my head at him. "Which one do you want first?" Jared asks, standing between the two swings, moving his hand back and forth. "The one I always want first, Jared. You ask me that every time. And will you push me really high before you get on the tire?" I ask, even though he always does. He nods and I climb up on the swing without his help. He used to have to lift me a little to get me this high, but I've grown some. I grab hold of the ropes and he starts giving me a push every time I come back to him. Finally, I'm going so high, he runs underneath me, pushing me way up with his hands, and then he lets me go as he runs out in front of me. Once he gets me going, I'm pretty good at moving my legs to the front when it goes to the front and to the back when it goes to the back, just to keep it going. Jared taught me that. He climbs on the tire swing and gets it moving all by himself. When I start to slow down, he hops off, gets me going fast again, and then he gets back on the tire. After a while, we get tired, so we go rest on the porch swing. He tells me about school, his teacher, and the other kids. Some kids are mean. He don't like them, but most kids are pretty nice. Recess is his favorite. They get to go outside and play on big monkey bars, and there's a basketball hoop that he really likes. We're swinging on the porch, kicking our legs together at the same time, while I think about going to school and playing at recess with him on those monkey bars next year. He looks over at me and says, "Do you know what I like about you, Dawn?" "What, Jared?" I ask. "You are the best person to talk to," he says, looking over and smiling at me. "Well, you're a good talker, Jared," I say, looking over and smiling back at him while we kick our legs harder to get the porch swing going faster. We have almost half a bucket of blackberries when we get home, which is pretty good since we usually pick one, then eat one. We don't care if they're washed first because they're really sweet and we don't want to wait until we get home. Eating them while we pick them makes it more fun. We like to smile at each other with blue teeth while we're picking them. He looks funny with blackberries in his teeth. I think I do too because he always laughs when I smile back at him. Jared always keeps an eye out for snakes when we pick blackberries together because some of them have this white bubbly stuff on them. He says it's snake spit, so we have to be careful in case the snakes are still around. I never worry because I know he'll let me know if there's a snake. One time, he ate a blackberry with snake spit on it. He said he couldn't taste it, but I don't know because I never ate one with snake spit on it. I'll only eat it if the snake spit is washed off. But Jared is a little tougher than me. I just don't ever tell him that because he'll think it's because he's a boy. We show Graham the bucket and she says it looks like a fine batch. So we'll get a pie in the next few days. I know Gramps will be so proud that we picked enough for blackberries for a pie. He loves Graham's pies. Jared has to leave a little earlier today to get ready because they're going to his sister's house for supper. I think she's the one that has the new baby, but I'm not sure since he has more than one sister. I tell him bye and me and Graham head back to the kitchen to wash the blackberries. So tell me what you and Jared did all day, Miss Dawn, Graham says, pouring the blackberries into a big bowl of water. I love Graham so much. She always likes hearing about what I've been doing. She's really pretty with straight yellow hair that hangs just past her shoulders and green eyes. She looks a lot like Mama, just shorter and older. She is really soft to hug and has a very pretty smile. I love talking to her. Oh, Graham, we had so much fun. Jared is so good at pushing the swing. Did you know he can make me go so high that he can run underneath me? I brag, wishing she could see how Jared can make me go on that swing. She smiles at me and listens while I tell her all about the fun we had that day, all about the fun we had today, and about what fun we have planned for tomorrow. Even though Jared's gone already, it's okay because I know I'll see him again first thing in the morning. I can't wait. Chapter 3, Neely. I'm going to read chapter 3, so you can look for that video as well. And again, if you want to find out more about the book, it's The Darkness Before Dawn by Cangemi. And you can go to thedarknessbeforedawn.com for more info. Thank you for reading with me or listening.